Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm talking about a pen from a brand that I've never really used before, though it is comparable to another brand, and the brand is Monteverde. I bought a Grand Sequoia on Black Friday. It was very cheap, and they're related to the Conklin brand. I was curious to try this, but also apprehensive. Let's switch a shot and see why. Alright. Before we look at the pen, I wanted to show you the box it comes in, and it's just a clamshell box, but it is a decent one. So it has a outer sleeve, which is made of cardboard, not very interesting. Then it has a green box. It says Monteverde, USA. Doesn't look as green on camera, but we're working with unnatural lighting, so that's what's going on. Open it up, and then the pen lays here like that. Underneath, there's two cartridges. I think it's a black one and a blue one, but I use the converter that came with the pen. And then it's a warranty card, and then a refill instruction card, which is interesting. I've never really seen that before. Now, Monteverde is a Jaffa brand, and so is Conklin, and the boxes are basically the same, which is fine, but the fact that it is a Conklin brand does not really make me super excited about this pen. And yes, I still got it, even though I might not be super excited about the nib. I am excited about this finish because it is truly gorgeous, and it reminds me of the Leonardo pens, although I believe this one came before that. This is a giant Sequoia, and we're working with unnatural lighting here, but I'll show you the pen in natural light in a little bit, but I just want you to be able to like actually see the details a little bit. This has a cap band that says in black, I'm trying to show you, Monteverde, and then it says Sequoia, and it's all silver trim. It has a clip. I don't like the clip on this pen very much, and it's also very like, it's quite stiff. You can use it, but I would be careful with it because that connection is very small. It's a decently sized pen. It's actually quite big, but it is not overly heavy, which is nice. So it's a pen that you can use even though it's big, it's not heavy. You can use it for longer periods of time. That's what I'm trying to say. It has a nib that is very reminiscent of Conklin nibs, but they come from the same place, so it would not surprise me if they are the same type of nib. This has the Monteverde markings, and I got a broad nib because I like the extremes, I guess. Converter is the exact converter they use in the Conklin pens. It is a threaded converter. I really like this converter. Like, I have nothing bad to say about it. It's a really good converter. And a story. And yeah, this pen has a small grip. That's what I want to talk about a little bit. So this is quite a big pen. Like, it's not a small pen, but then you come to the grip and it's kind of itty bitty, right? And now it is not uncomfortable to grab it at the threads. The threads are not sharp. It's actually quite decent to grab it here. But I would say that if you're designing a pen that is quite big and quite thick, maybe get some bigger section right here. The step up right here is also not very sharp. It's very comfortable to hold it anywhere, basically. Now, this pen, of course, can be posted. It's not super secure. I tried it before, and it becomes like comically large, and it's also super bag heavy. So if you're a poster, I would not say this is the pen for you. It's not a posting pen, honestly. Also, because this is a threaded pen, so the cap is threaded, there's threads inside there, and I would be worried about messing up this finish right here. And it is a lovely finish. Anyway, so that is the parts of the pen. I have one main complaint about this, and that is that I don't really like the clip. Like, the clip could have been designed better. It's not my favorite part. Honestly, I think you can pull it off fairly easily, and I might do that eventually. I won't do that now, but it is something that I think about. Conklin nibs have disappointed me in the past, so I hope this is a good nib. Inked it up with Robert Oster Fire and Ice. Gonna zoom in a little bit, and let me change the lighting from which side the light. Yeah, that's better. All right. Bear in mind, I've had it uncapped for a little bit, so if it doesn't write right away, it's not the fault of the pen or the nib. It's just because I've had it uncapped for a little bit. Let us see if the Monteverde, which is the Alpha brand, Conklin is the same, is good. All right. So this, I would say, is just an uncapping thing. I'm gonna press it a little bit. There we go. We got writing. So Monteverde, Giant, Seqouoia. I always have to think about how I write that. I don't even know if it's correct right there. And this is a broad nib. And this is an ink by Robert Oster. Fire Nice. And this is a broad nib. I wouldn't say that is actually super broad, right? It is quite a medium broad, but I must say that I'm pleasantly surprised by this nib. So in the past, all of my Conklin nibs have been kind of unbearably dry. Wow, I couldn't even get that out. Now, I wouldn't say that this is a wet nib, right? But this is also not a very dry nib. Side strokes are a little difficult for it, it seems, but it's not dry, and it seems to be very usable. Of course, I haven't used it in long writing sessions yet, but like when I do it like this, it just keeps up. It doesn't feel skippy, it doesn't feel overly dry, and that makes me really happy because that makes this beautiful pen actually usable for me. And that is like the first time that I got a pen from this brand that is super usable. I'm happy. Like, it was a good steal and a deal. I got this for $29 on Pen Chalet, which is a steal for this pen. Like, it normally is more expensive. It is a beauty, and I will quickly show you this pen with natural lighting. I actually have 2 lights on right now, just so you know like how it looks without bright stuff on it. Turn that one off. Hopefully it's not too dark. It is fairly dark, but my camera is adjusting. I'm gonna turn on that one, so there's still some light, but not as harsh. As you can see, the warm tones are a little bit more warm, and it still has that beautiful pearlescent thing going on, the chatoyance, and it's overall a beauty to look at. It is gorgeous, and I'm super happy with it because it also writes. It's beautiful and it writes. I can do a quick size comparison with a TWSBI Eco because I have that right here. TWSBI Eco is not a small pen, but as you can see, the Monteverde is much bigger. It's much thicker, and it is longer. All right, I hope you found this informative. Hope you enjoyed. I'm really happy and surprised with this pen. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.